This is a Missouri 8-Man football broadcast on Facebook Live with Devin Albertson. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Mo 8-Man Football. There you can find links to all of our information on Missouri 8-Man football, ranging from schedules, standings, stats, team information, and history dating back to 1988. You are listening to a Missouri 8-Man football broadcast on Facebook live from location with Devin Albertson.
And we are live from Osceola, Missouri for our second half of our doubleheader this week with Rich Hill at Osceola for a little Saturday evening football here in week number 7. Again, last night I was at New Heights at Lockwood. Lockwood won a marathon there, 92-58. Tonight we have Osceola and Rich Hill both coming in today. Rich Hill coming in at 2-4. Their schedule so far this year: lost at New Heights, won versus Jasper, lost 3-game losing streak to Archie, Appleton, and Drexel before beating Northland Christian last week on the road. For Osceola, lost to Jasper week 1, lost to New Heights in week 2, won at home versus Liberal in week 3, lost at last 3 weeks has been kind of the gauntlet of the southern schools there with Archie, Lockwood, and Appleton City. 3 losses there for Osceola. But in the year with Rich Hill, Drexel, and Greenfield, where Rich Hill ends with Osceola, Liberal, and Lockwood still in week number 9. And we're getting ready here momentarily for the National Anthem. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and our kickoff coming up next here on Missouri 8-Man Football, Facebook Live.
This broadcast is sponsored by Cause Corner. Located at 200 East Nottoway Street in Oregon, make sure to stop by Cause Corner for gas, snacks, groceries, and beverages. Don't forget to grab a hot slice of Hunt Brothers Pizza before you hit the road. For more information, give Cause Corner a call at 660-446-2566. The game of the week is sponsored by Cause Corner.
For almost 100 years, MFA Oil has put all our energy into energy by being the local fuel, propane, and lubricant solution that consistently delivers for people and businesses in this area. So if you need to keep your truck rolling, your home heated, or your farm equipment running like a well-oiled machine, give us a call, because we're a company that's never idle and we're just down the road. MFA Oil. We live where you do. To find the MFA Oil location nearest you, visit mfaoil.com.
This Missouri 8-Man football broadcast is brought to you by Finney Construction in Skidmore, Missouri. Finney Construction is your go-to place to buy, service, and install central wood, propane, or natural gas boilers, as well as on-demand water heaters and radiant heating supplies. Give Matt Finney of Finney Construction a call today at 816-383-1385 or visit their website at sunriseheatingboilers.com.
And as we are back here, Osceola Rich Hill is our Saturday evening game here. Kind of a bonus for everybody here. Send it home. Captains here for each team. For Osceola, Colton Garver. Followed with number 2, Kyler Mace. Number 4, Isaac Fletcher. And number 22, Skylar Wohlers. For Rich Hill, I do see number 2, Zane Becker, the starting quarterback, is the captain for them. 170 yards passing and 4 touchdowns, 7 interceptions on the year. Does lead the team with 687 yards rushing and 9 touchdowns. Also out there, Cooper Gillis. And it looks like number 91, Ben Reed, another captain out there. And number 27, Carter Bell. So those are your captains for each team here for Rich Hill and Osceola. And it does look like tonight, Coach Collins for Osceola before the game, they are getting number 21, Devin Bloom, back from a preseason, early in the season injury, a junior. Was on our Elite 8 list to start the year at defensive end. Good-looking player that's back this year. For the coaches here, Coach Collins in his second year at Osceola, won 6 games last year, and this is Tommy Crawford's first year at Rich Hill. So, again, both these teams, Rich Hill, a little bit of rebuild, Osceola, lots of injuries this year and other things happening, so they're kind of bouncing back from that, but they've been very competitive in their games this year so far, so I'm intrigued to see how this one goes into this one. Again, Will Murray, the starting quarterback for Osceola, 297 yards, 4 touchdowns on 4 picks coming today. Also leads the team with 503 yards and 7 touchdowns on the ground. Rich Hill wins the toss, and they're going to receive. It's like a timeout. We come back next, but kickoff next. Missouri 8-Man Football, Facebook Live.
This broadcast is sponsored by Townsend Tire Service, located at 25589 Maywood Road in Forest City. Townsend Tire Service is an on-site repair service for farm equipment, construction equipment, and semi-trucks and trailers. Contact Caleb Townsend at 660-491-1661 or send Caleb an email at townsendtire2024@yahoo.com for more information. Caleb Townsend has been in the tire business for 10 years. The Game of the Week is sponsored by Townsend Tire Service.
And we are back here, ready to go from Osceola. It is 6 o'clock here in Osceola. Of course, I stopped by Osceola Cheese before the game tonight. It is 84 degrees and partly cloudy. It's going to be a beautiful night. Sun's going to set here momentarily. We'll be ready for some Saturday night football here on Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live. Looks like Will Murray kick off here for Osceola, the quarterback, wearing number 30. A couple guys back deep here for Rich Hill. Looks like Becker is one of them, and possibly Gillis the other. And we are underway. It's going to be an onside kick attempt. Will be recovered by Rich Hill. Well done by number 15, Gavin Deteen. Hopefully I got that right there for you, Gavin. Again.
Tigers will start possession at the 37-yard line.
Be 1st and 10 right from the 36 here for Rich Hill. Again, Rich Hill this year averaging 300 yards of offense per game, 44 on the ground, 256 through the air, 29 points per game on offense. Osceola giving up just under 48 points per game on the season. As they come to the line here, Rich Hill breaks the huddle with 10 on the play clock. Down to 7 as they get lined up, down to 5. 3, 2, and they get a snap off here. Be a keeper off the right side here for Becker, and he's going to get stopped for no gain, maybe a gain of a yard there. Looks like Flesher and Mace on the stop. On the stop there for Osceola. No gain, 2nd and 10. Maybe a gain of a foot maybe. There on 1st down. Thank everyone for tuning in here on this Saturday evening from Osceola. You have 2 receivers to the right, pistol formation. Becker in at quarterback, 4-man front for Osceola. Quick pass to the outside, got to find his man. Actually, that's Becker on the outside. Ball came out there late. It's going to be recovered by Osceola, and it is Osceola ball. Devin Bloom following on the ball there for Osceola.
21, Devin Bloom with the fumble recovery.
Becker was actually at the receiver. I believe it was I think it was Carter Bell there was a quarterback there throwing the quick pass to their athlete in space. He fumbles after a nice gain. It'll be 1st and 10 for Osceola at their own 30-yard line. Osceola coming here. Little wing right formation for Osceola. 3-man front for Rich Hill. Back to pass. Looking deep, has Bloom, and just couldn't bring it in. Bloom had a step on his receiver. Looked like he was trying to high point it. Couldn't quite run underneath that one. Trying to get Bloom in action here early for the junior defensive end. Again, number 30, Will Murray, the sophomore, the quarterback for Osceola. Second and 10 here for the Indians from their own 30. Got a 3-man front for Rich Hill. Pitch out to the left side. Not much going there. And it's going to be Colton Garver on the carry, and he'll be stuffed for a loss of 2 on the play. First man there for Rich Hill is Chance Garwood, the senior defensive tackle, number 55. Stands him up. Ben Reed, another senior, helping out there for Rich Hill on that stop. Now 3rd down and 12. So 3rd down and 12 coming up here for Osceola. And we're going to have a stoppage here momentarily. Ref blew the whistle. The play clock goes to 0. But I think the rest stoppage, they reset the play clock. Little T formation, handoff to left side. Not much running room off that left side. First man on the stop there is Carter Bell, as that's
Number 11, Bo Hamey on the run.
Bo Hamey on the carry for Osceola. This will bring up 4th down and 11. So 3 plays, losing 1 yard in total for Osceola. They're going to be forced to possibly punt here on their first possession of the game. 9:45 to go in this first quarter. Had a turnover by Rich Hill on their first drive. 15 on the play clock as Osceola gets the play in for Murray. And they're going to go for it here, wing right again. Going to send Garver in motion. Movement on the defensive line, but did not go across. And Murray going to go to the right side, trying to get to the edge. He's going to get the edge, and I believe that's enough for a first down. He does. Up to the Rich Hill 39-yard line. Will Murray needed 11, and he gets 12. First down Osceola there off that right side. Good running by Will Murray to beat the guys to the edge there. It looks like it was Preston Turner, the junior for Rich Hill, was chasing there. Finally pushes him out of bounds, but it's a first down for Osceola. Both these teams 1-3 in WeMo play. Rich Hill 2-4 overall. Osceola 1-5. Woolers, big carry off the right side. He's a rumbling and a stumbling inside the 30 down to about the 27-yard line.
Woolers up the middle. That'll bring up another first down for the Indians.
Down inside the 28-yard line. Be 1st and 10 for Osceola. Besides Preston Jenkins for Nottoway Valley, and I still think Woolers is bigger. I think Woolers is probably the biggest fullback in the state that I've seen so far this year. Another carry for Woolers off the left side. Still going through a defender inside the 15, and finally taken down by Cooper Gillis.
Tyler Woolers again.
Down to about the 13-yard line. Ball at the 13-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Osceola. Still a 3-man front for Rich Hill. Wing left, Garver the wingback, Woolers the fullback. Going to bring Garver in motion. Little option play. And Murray's going to keep it. And first man there for Rich Hill is number 22, Bryant Wolford. Garwood also on the stop. Second down and about 11 coming. Loss of a yard there back to the 14. 8:30 to go in the first quarter here. Still tied at 0 between Rich Hill and Osceola. I formation this time. Garver carry up the middle, and he'll be stuffed by about 4 Tigers. Garwood there on the stop along with Reed, Gillis, and Bell on the stop there. So the middle 4 for that Rich Hill defense makes the stop, gain it back at 1. Back to 3rd and 10 again. Osceola, a little bit of history there. This is their 8th season in Missouri 8-man football. First year was Paul Carney. The next 5 were Cody Carney. The last 2 now under Craig Collins. An overall record of 23-53 since joining 8-man football back in 2017. Wing right, Garver going to go into motion. Back to passes Murray. Under heavy pressure from Bell. Looking. Jump pass to the end zone and incomplete. Went through 2 receivers' hands. Mace was the intended receiver. Couldn't quite reel it in. As like Garver was also in the vicinity, had a chance at it as well. So Osceola, since joining 8-man, their best seasons last year at 6-5. Back in 2019, they went 5-5 and 4-7 back in 2017. For Rich Hill, this is their 6th season 8-man football. Eric Moles the first 2 years, Brandon Liggins for a year, Steve Halverson for 2, and now Tommy Crawford for his first year as coach for Rich Hill. Here, 4th down. Looking across the middle, it's going to be nearly intercepted and nearly caught by Woolers. And it'll be a turnover on downs as Klinsick in the coverage that time for Rich Hill. Wohlers knocked away and almost caught it there. So Rich Hill in their 6 years are 17 and 38. Again, their first year they were 6 and 5. Next best year was 2021. They were 4 and 6 under Coach Liggins. 2 and 5 overall in the playoffs. Both those wins coming in the first 2 years in 2019 and 2020. Since then, been 1 and done in the playoffs every year. Osceola, they are 5 and 7 actually in playoff play. Won a game in 2017, 2018, 21, 22, and 23. Went winless in the playoffs in 19 and in 20. Last year, these teams played twice, and Osceola won both games. This time, past the backfield, and he's going to be swallowed up by Skylar Wohlers on the stop. Is a pitch.
Skylar Wohlers on the tackle. That'll bring the Tigers to second down.
That was Klinsick on the carry that time for Rich Hill, and he'll be stopped for a loss. Back inside the 10, back to the 7-yard line. Last year, these teams played twice. First one at Rich Hill. Osceola won 46-6, and then again the playoffs, and Osceola won that one 68-6 before losing to Archie the next week, who went on to win the state championship. I formation here for Rich Hill. Handoff, left side, and Devin Bloom, the first man there for Osceola.
21, Devin Bloom on the tackle. That'll bring a third down for the Tigers.
Carter Bell on the carry. Bloom and Braden Kennedy, freshman, on the stop. And I'll say Braden for a freshman has a good-looking frame. Wohlers on the sideline right now for Osceola, getting a little bit of a breather on defense. Defensive line is Flesher, Kennedy, and Bloom. 3-man front for Osceola. Third down and long for Rich Hill. One receiver to each side. Looking for the flat. It's going to be caught. And going to gain up across the 10 to the 14-yard line by number 7, Preston Turner. Garver in coverage that time for Osceola. This will bring up 4th and 8 from the 15-yard line. Need to get up to the 23. So 4th and 8 coming up here for Rich Hill. 5:37 to go in this first quarter. Still tied at 0. Looks like they're in punt formation. Looks like Becker to punt. It's a high punt. Bounces near the 40. Take a Osceola bounce back to about the 35-yard line before being down by Klinsick. Inside the 35 to about the 34. It'll be 1st and 10 for Osceola in Rich Hill territory. Again, got inside the 10 last time before turning it over on downs. Actually about the 13-yard line. So we'll see what Osceola has in store for this offense possession. Last possession, a lot of Will Murray, a lot of Skylar Wohlers. Wohlers still on the sideline here. They got Bloom at fullback now. And I believe handoff, right side, Bloom with a big block. As Bloom pancakes Braden Kunsey. Hamey on the carry for Osceola, just following big old 21. Up to about the 28-yard line. If you're curious, overtime in Division I football, Penn State and USC tied at 30 in overtime. And Texas killed Oklahoma 34-3. Again, I formation, Carver the tailback, Bloom the fullback. Bloom, handoff, up the middle, breaks one tackle, still rumbling and stumbling inside the 20, down to about the 17-yard line. Now, if Osceola wanted to, they could put Wohlers at fullback and Bloom at tailback, and just a lot of power coming downhill at you. Ball at the 17. 4:40 to go in this first quarter, still tied at 0. Second possession of the game for Osceola. Rich Hill went fumble punt. Osceola went turnover on downs. Now this drive. Nice block by Hamey on the outside. And Bloom is going to get chopped down inside the 10. Down to about the 6-yard line. And Bloom is down, though, on the sideline. We're going to take a timeout and be back with more coverage here on Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live.
This broadcast is sponsored by the Split Flex Cornhead. Located in Oregon, the Split Flex is the latest evolution in groundbreaking combine cornheads. With Split Flex, you can improve efficiency by increasing productivity by saving time and fuel with fewer passes in the field. The Split Flex is also very easy to install and maintain. Contact Kevin Martz at 816-390-7840 or visit split-flex.com for more information. The Game of the Week is sponsored by Split Flex Cornhead.
Attention welders and assemblers. Ever dream of a job so good it feels like it's from the future? Well, time travel to Altec Industries, where your future is now. Altec offers a shift differential, more bucks for your brilliant skills, along with futuristic benefits like top-notch medical and dental insurance, 3 weeks of paid vacation, tuition reimbursement, and an on-site health clinic. Don't get stuck in the past. Leap forward with Altec. Visit jobs.altec.com. That's jobs.altec.com to apply.
This Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live broadcast is brought to you by Cotton Body Shop, LLC. Complete collision repair and restoration at 204 West Georgia Street in Oregon, Missouri. The Cotton Body Shop has served the Oregon community since 1961. Everything from diamond paints, aluminum body repair, unibody and frame repair, and pro spot welding. Call Troy Cotton today at 660-446-2008 or check them out online at cottonbodyshopllc.com.
So Bloom back to the sideline. You can get looked at here down to the 6-yard line. He's able to get helped off with a little bit of help from his coaches. But now first and goal for Osceola from the 6. Woolers back in at fullback. It's going to be a pitch to Woolers to the left side. Trying to get into the end zone. And they're going to get hit down to the 2-yard line. Big hit by Will Klinsick.
Just short of the end zone here.
So again, you can see on the clock there on the top right of your screen, 4:05 to go in the first quarter. It's tied at 0, but Osceola threatening again. After this drive, if there's a stoppage there, we're going to go through the schedule and look at the scores from last night across the state, including the game I was at between New Heights and Lockwood. Got a South doubleheader this week. Wing right here again. Hamey, the wing back. And it's going to be a keeper to Wamey on the left side there on the reverse, and he's in for the touchdown. As Osceola gets on the board first here, 6-0 over Rich Hill. So 2-point try coming here for the Indians. .332 to go in this first quarter, 6-0. Osceola here on their homecoming. See 15 on the play clock as they break the huddle. Murray under center, a little I formation for the Indians. 3-man front for Rich Hill, a little 3-4-1. And Murray back to pass under heavy pressure. Gets out of it. Bell was chasing. Murray looking, throwing across the field, and incomplete. I think he was looking for Mace. There is miscommunication there. We're going to keep it here, though, with this kickoff coming up next, and look at the schedule from last night. Start from the top to the bottom. Archie takes care of Jasper 57-8. Rockport takes down Mound City 46-16. Albany down 6-0 for the first quarter, wins 46-6 over Stanberry. Nod Valley halftime South Holt 50-0. Bramer survives Schuyler County 64-34. That game was 30-28 in the third quarter. Last night I was at Lockwood. They beat New Heights 92-58 in a high-scoring game. And Platte Valley took down Stewartsville at halftime 52-0. And we got kickoff coming up next year. Also, other ones. Worth County puts up 94 points in a 94-32 win over Pattonsburg. And Appleton City defeats Liberal 68-0. We'll do more scores here later on today. As 3:32 to go in this first quarter, 6-0 Osceola over Rich Hill. Again, next week, Osceola will host Drexel before going to Greenfield in the year, while Rich Hill hosts Liberal, and then will travel to Lockwood in Week 9. Little onside kick attempt is going to be recovered by Rich Hill by Preston Turner.
Number 7, Preston Turner will recover the ball. Tigers will take that to 40-yard line.
So 1st and 10 at midfield for Rich Hill. Also, if you look at both these teams in district seeding, which is really important here at this time of year, 4 and 5, Rich Hill 4, Osceola 5 seed right now in district number 2. I don't see a real good path for either one of them getting out of that 4-5 matchup unless Osceola beats Rich Hill next week. They could possibly jump to that 3 seed and avoid that play-in round and avoid Archie until later in the playoffs. Right now, Archie the 1 seed, Appleton the 2, followed by Drexel, and then Rich Hill and Osceola at the 4 and 5. At this point, they would fight a rematch there in the first week of the playoffs. And a little bit of miscommunication there at the mesh point. Becker keeps it, goes off the right side, makes a man miss, still going inside the 30, and finally taken down by a couple of Indians. Let Garber the first man there, all with Flesher.
Pick up a Tiger first down. He's taking down by number 4, Isaac Flesher.
So good tackle by Flesher and get up to the 26-yard line. A flag comes down late, maybe some extracurriculars here with some words being said down on the field. Ball right now to the 26-yard line. Unsportsmanlike conduct, dead ball against Rich Hill. Don't know who it was on,
Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
but Coach Crawford wanted an explanation there on the far sideline. That is a dead ball, so it's going to be 1st down and 10 from the 26. Push him back 15 yards, though.
It'll be 1st down and 10 from the 26-yard line.
So it's going to be 1st and 25 after they mark off the penalty because they get the 1st down yardage. Dead ball. And they're going to push it back 15 yards. I wonder if that was on Chance Garwood because he's now on the sideline there for Rich Hill. So it's a 15-yard penalty.
We still have plenty of food inside if anyone is hungry.
Should be back to the Rich Hill 39-yard line, I believe. So they're going to mark it back here. It should go back to the Rich Hill 39. So now we make the 15-yard walk back, and pretty much that was the 15 yards they'd pretty much gained there on 1st down. Now it's just 1st and 25. You get the box to move with them here, get that reset. One receiver, Turner, split out to the left. Ball just across the 40-yard line here for Rich Hill. Pistol formation with Becker and Bell. No, that's not Becker. That is number 10, Gillis. Looking for Turner on the flat, incomplete.
Pass to number 7.
As Rich Hill kind of going in and out of quarterbacks here. As Garway comes back in the play. This snap for Rich Hill. I don't see Becker right now for Rich Hill in the huddle. As Gillis in at quarterback now for the Tigers. One receiver to each side here for Rich Hill. Klinsick the receiver on the right side, Turner on the near side. Gillis back to pack, under pressure from Woolers. Still moving around the pocket, looking, and goes to the flat. It's going to be caught inside the 25. That is Bell with the reception.
Pass to number 27, Carter Bell is complete.
See where they officially mark this down. They're going to mark it inside the 25 down to the 24. There is a hat down, though, on the far side, which would indicate maybe someone was out of bounds. Illegal touching by Rich Hill is the call. As it looks like Bell ran out of bounds and was the first person to catch it coming inbounds. So it's going to be illegal touching against Rich Hill, which I believe is a 5-yard penalty. We'll see. On there, because it looks like he was ripping that sideline, the official on the far side, threw the hat down at the 37. 3:01. Let's see where they officially mark this. I believe it's a 5-yard penalty. I don't remember. Illegal touching. It's a call against Rich Hill. It is a loss of down as well. So a 5-yard penalty and a loss of down.
Okay, 5-yard penalty on the Rich Hill
4th down, and the ball's at the 35. Need to get to the Osceola 16. So 4th and about 29 coming up here for Rich Hill. Bell split out to the right. Turner to the left. Gillis in the shotgun. Klinsick is the wing back on the left side. Possible punt coming here from Osceola. He does get the punt away. It's a nice high punt. Going to bounce and die near the 15. And it'll be down by Turner around the 16-yard line. 2:53 to go in this first quarter. It's 6-0 Osceola. See what Coach Collins has schemed up here for Osceola. Osceola, the first 2 drives, turnover on downs to the 13, and then a touchdown their following drive. They've moved the ball well here against Rich Hill. Osceola in the air scoring 20 points per game, 65 through the air for passing yards, 195 on the ground, so about 260 per game. Rich Hill giving up just over 49 points per game on this young season. Off the right side here is Garver, and he can run, and he's going to get up to about the 25-yard line.
Number 1, Colton Garver on the outside.
Last year I called Osceola at Rich Hill, and Garver impressed me with his speed. Of course, had the track star last year as well at running back. Timeouts. Rich Hill, we'll take a timeout with them here with 2:44 to go in the first quarter. Osceola 6, Rich Hill 0 on Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live. And we are back here again. You can see the Rising Stars game December 12th to the 14th for freshmen and sophomores, and 8th graders could be considered there as well. Nominations open on Monday there for that one. That game is in Tennessee, if you guys are interested there with that. To Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Here, 2nd down and about 2 coming up for Osceola after the timeout by Rich Hill. 6-0 lead for Osceola. Handoff. Right side has enough for a first down. Flag does come down the backside, though. Will be enough for a first, but we'll pin the flag here.
Ryland Gibbs, that'll be enough for an Indian first down.
Ryland Gibbs with the run, but there is a flag down on the field. Hold against Osceola is the call. We'll negate that first down run and push him back 10 yards. Should be back to the 15-yard line to repeat 2nd down. Should be 2nd and 12 now.
Holding call on the Indians. That'll bring them back to the 15-yard line.
So 2nd down and 12 coming here for Osceola from the 15. He gets to the 27 for a first. 2:36 to go here in this first quarter. Six nothing. Osceola going to spread it out this time. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Bring a man in motion. Now Murray's going to keep it himself. Off the right side, going to cut it back up and get a nice gain across the 20 up to about the 22, 23-yard line.
Number 30, Will Murray on the run. That'll pick up about 5 yards.
They're going to get up to the 22-yard line. 3rd down and about 6 coming up here for Osceola. 2:05 to go in this first quarter. As they break the huddle with about 14 on the play clock. 2 receivers, 2 each side. Murray in the shotgun, 3rd and 6. Going to bring Woolers in motion. Fake it to Woolers. Murray keeps it himself, and he's going to truck forward near a first down. I think he's about a yard short there across the 25 to the 26. We'll bring up 4th and 1 for Osceola. So 4th and 1 from the 26. Need to get inside the 27, so it's 4th and really less than a yard here. $1:15 to go in this first quarter. As we're now 30 minutes into this game in real time. I formation. Woolers the fullback. Garver the tailback. Fumbled snap is going to be recovered by Rich Hill. And that is number 10, Gillis on the recovery. First 10-10 for Rich Hill at the 25. I believe that might have just been a quarterback sneak by Murray that just couldn't get the snap down. I think he would have had enough for a first if he was able to hold on to the ball. But the botch snap ends that possession. So it'll be 1st and 10 here for Rich Hill from the 25. .48 seconds to go in this first quarter. 6-0 Osceola. Rich Hill, best starting position of the game so far here at the 25. Gillis going to hand it up the middle. Woolers on the stop. That's Bell on the carry. The senior for Rich Hill. Gains about a half a yard. Woolers on the stop again there for Osceola. Woolers on the year coming in today. 56 tackles, 2 of those for loss, and 3 sacks. Leading tackle on this defense for Osceola, though, is Rylan Gibbs at 61 tackles, including 1 for loss. And Gibbs, number 15 there for Osceola. Also, Kyler Mays, 55 tackles, 5 of those for loss, and a sack. And Flesher's 46 tackles, 4 for loss, and 3 sacks. Here, back to pass is Gillis. Under some pressure. Goes to the flat, looking, and it's intercepted by Garver at the 30. He's going to go all the way. 20, 15, 10, 5. Pick 6, Osceola. Colton Garver with roughly a 60-yard pick 6 for Osceola. After the turnover on downs, Osceola gets the ball right back on the interception return for a touchdown by Garver. He jumps the out route. Looks like he tipped it to himself and is able to take off once Garver gets the open field. Not many guys in the state are going to be able to catch him from behind. So once he crossed midfield, he was rolling into the end zone to give Osceola a 2-score lead. And that's the last play of the first quarter, too. So we'll have one untimed down here to end the first, as it's currently 12-0 Osceola. Two-point try coming here for Osceola. Murray up the middle, and he is going to be in for 2 as we go to the second quarter here in Osceola. The home team Indians up 14-0 here on Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live.
This broadcast is sponsored by Cause Corner. Located at 200 East Nottoway Street in Oregon, make sure to stop by Cause Corner for gas, snacks, groceries, and beverages. Don't forget to grab a hot slice of Hunt Brothers Pizza before you hit the road. For more information, give Cause Corner a call at 660-446-2566. The game of the week is sponsored by Cause Corner.
So other scores from the weekend there. Concordia defeats St. Paul Lutheran 54-6. Norman Hardin Central takes down Keithsville 72-12. Greenfield takes down Drexel in Drexel 58-40. East Ashton defeats DeKalb 70-24. Knox County takes down North Shelby. First win of the year for the Eagles 48-34. North Andrew wins at home against Princeton 64-52. Plattsburgh over Northland Christian 80-10. Northwest Hughesville beats Slater 42-32. Sweet Springs gets their first win of the year over Orick 52-22. Paris over Southwest Livingston 56-0. St. Joe Christian survives at home over King City 34-26. And Wellington Napoleon takes down Santa Fe 65-22. It's the scores from around week 7 in Missouri 8-Man football. As we start the second quarter here, 14-0 lead for Osceola. Ball teed up at the 30. Murray to kick off. He's going to Squib it again, and it'll be recovered again on the onside by Rich Hill. 1st and 10 coming up for the Tigers from the 37. No Zane Becker again here for Rich Hill. Looks like he is out on the sideline. He's on the bench with his helmet not with him, so he might be out of this game right now for Rich Hill. It's to be a big loss for them. Coming in today, he had almost 900 yards of total offense and 14 touchdowns for the first 6 weeks. Big loss. Here comes Gillis off the left side. He'll be driven out of bounds by a couple of Indian players, Mace and Flesher. And be no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10 coming up here for Osceola. $11:48 to go in the second quarter. 14-0 Osceola. This is the 4th drive of the game for Rich Hill. They went fumble, punt, and an interception return for a touchdown on their first 4 drives. Fumble, punt, interception, I believe. Here, Gillis, looking over the middle, has Bell inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line or so, as Bell is able to get by Mace on that one for a first down.
Bell is complete. That will be first down.
So they're going to mark him down right at the 20, as a little route over the middle for Rich Hill gets a big gain. As Chance Bishop, the sophomore, coming in off the bench here for Osceola. Devin Bloom was back in the game, but he's going to have to come out here on this play. And make sure a timeout here by Coach Collins as Bloom couldn't get to the sideline in time. We'll take one with him here. 11:26 to go in the first half. Osceola 14, Rich Hill 0 here on Missouri 8-Man Football, Facebook Live.
For almost 100 years, MFA Oil has put all our energy into energy by being the local fuel, propane, and lubricant solution that consistently delivers for people and businesses in this area. So if you need to keep your truck rolling, your home heated, or your farm equipment running like a well-oiled machine, give us a call, because we're a company that's never idle and we're just down the road. MFA Oil. We live where you do. To find the MFA Oil location nearest you, visit mfaoil.com.
So after the Osceola timeout, 11:26 to go in this first half. Rich Hill ball, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line after the pass play from Gillis to Bell. One receiver to each side here for Rich Hill. Actually got 2 receivers to the left, Bell in the slot, Turner on the far right here, Gillis in the shotgun. Gillis going to roll out to his left now. Gets into the edge and going to get ran out of bounds. Look at Mace there chasing for Osceola along with number 8, Brandon Kennedy, the freshman.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd down and about 5 coming up here. Ball inside the 16, almost to the 15-yard line here for Rich Hill. 11:20 to go in the first half. We look forward to next week as well. A couple of big matchups across state here in the South. You have Lockwood at Appleton City. It's a great game down here in the South. And then up just a little bit farther north in the central part of the state, you have undefeated Bramer and undefeated Norbert Hardin Central. Here, quick pass to the outside. It's going to be caught. And up near the 10-yard line here is Klinsick. And they're going to say 3rd down here and about a half a yard. Just short of the 10-yard line. He gets to the 10 for a first. So a couple of big games next week. Also, Worth County, King City is a great game as well. Schuyler County versus North Shelby. Archie, Plattsburgh. A lot of great games there around the state next week to kind of look forward to. Now we got 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Gillis in the shotgun. Osceola coming on a blitz. He's going to make the first man miss. Get up to about the 10-yard line, though, before Woolers brings him down. I believe that should be enough for a first down. Yep, it is a first down for Rich Hill. Gillis able to get just enough there for a first. for Rich Hill. So, first and goal from the 10-yard line here for Rich Hill, trying to get on the board for the first time today. Gillis gets a play call from Coach Crawford. 10:20 to go in this first half. 2-score lead for Osceola. Gillis and Bell. Gillis under pressure, looks over the middle. It's going to be caught. Tackled by Garver. The ball down to the 2-yard line. As Klimsick on the reception again, the sophomore for Rich Hill.
Number 12, Will Klimsick. He's taken down by number 1, Colton Garver.
So it's going to be second and goal from about the 2-yard line. Under 10 minutes to go here in this first half. So next week, our game of the week is Bramer at Norman Hardin Central. Both teams 7-0. Both teams undefeated as well in conference play. Excited to see how that game kind of goes down. They play each other in the Jamboree actually back in August. Here, ball was fumbled on the snap. Osceola's pointing and saying they have it. And waiting for an official designation from the official, and it is Osceola football. The fumbled snap recovered by the Indians. I believe that is right there in the middle, number 15 on the recovery. Rylan Gibbs.
Number 15, Rylan Gibbs.
In the leading tackle in the year for Osceola, gets the fumble recovery. Osceola ball inside their own 5. So first and 10 for Osceola from their own 3-yard line. 9:19 to go in this first half. Osceola ball. 3-man front for Rich Hill, but the outside linebacker is creeping up there on the edges. There's going to be a quarterback sneak by Murray, trying to get as much as possible, and he'll get a nice gain up across the 5 to about the 7-yard line, where it'll be second down at about 4. Second and 6 coming up here for Osceola.
I'll bring up second and 6 for the Indians.
So second down and 6 here for Osceola. Handoff up the middle. Wooler's going to try to bounce it to the right side, dragging defenders with him. Going to gain a couple up to about the 10. Gain of 3.
Number 22, Skylar Wooler.
Third down and 3 coming up here for Osceola. So third and 3 here for the Indians. At their own 10-yard line, you get past the 13 for a first. 8 minutes to go in this first half. Going to bring a man in motion. Murray off the outside. He's going to be hit immediately in the backfield by Carter Bell. And he's back to the 5-yard, losing 5 yards there. So third and 3, and they lose 5. So 4th and 8 now for Osceola.
4th and 8 for the Indians.
And we'll see Osceola's not punted yet today. 4th and 8 from inside their own 5-yard line. Murray goes to the huddle with 12 on the play clock. Going to break with 10. Wooler's on the sideline now for Osceola on this play. Down to 5 on the play clock. 4, 3, 2. Get the snap off. Rich Hill blitzes. Under pressure, looks. Going to have a receiver. And he'll be thrown out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Turnover on downs for Osceola.
Throw to number 11, Bo Hamey is
Hamey on the catch, but it's going to be not enough for a first down. They gain 5 on 4th and 8. So it'll be Rich Hill ball from the 10-yard line. First and goal from inside the 10, about the 9.5. They're going to mark it down to the 9. And again, Bloom still on the sideline here for Osceola. Shout out to Chuck Davis for listening today. Back to pass, looking for the flat. It's going to be nearly intercepted, as that is Isaac Fletcher on the defensive play there from the defensive end spot. I will say last night in Lockwood New Heights, it was early in the game. Lockwood up 2 scores. New Heights had the ball at about their own 25-yard line, I believe. It was 4th and 3. They decided to punt, and it was a 1-yard punt to the 26 on 4th and 3. Lockwood would go on to score that next drive. Would actually go on a fumble. New Heights got the ball back and had to turn over again. Shout out to Chuck here with that. So here, 2nd and goal from the 9, and flag comes out as the ref's going to have to blow it here. I believe it might be delay game, and it is a delay game here against Ridge Hill. Go back to about the 15-yard line or so. So Chuck Davis, the head coach at Bishop LeBlanc, they had a bye this week. Back in action next week. You gotta wait till Saturday, though. They go down to Greenfield Saturday at 1 o'clock next week for Bishop LeBlanc and Greenfield. Greenfield coming off a big win versus Drexel last night, 58-40. LeBlanc will end the year at home in Week 9 against Plattsburgh. In their second of 2 matchups here. Back to passes Gillis, under pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Number 2, Kyler Mace on the stop for Osceola. 6.5 to go. Back to the 21-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 21. So 3rd and goal back from the 21. 6:15 to go in this first half. Game started at 6 o'clock here from Osceola. Shout out to one of our favorite refs, Philip Wilson, in the chat. And with timeout by Ridge Hill, we're taking a timeout with them here with 6:06 to go in the first half. Osceola up 14-0.
For almost 100 years, MFA Oil has put all our energy into energy by being the local fuel, propane, and lubricant solution that consistently delivers for people and businesses in this area. So if you need to keep your truck rolling, your home heated, or your farm equipment running like a well-oiled machine, give us a call because we're a company that's never idle and we're just down the road. MFA Oil. We live where you do. To find the MFA Oil location nearest you, visit mfaoil.com.
And we're back here, 6:06 to go in the first half. Osceola up 14-0. Touchdown run by Hamey and a pick 6 by Colton Garver are our scores here so far today. Ridge Hill after the timeout. Third and goal from the 21-yard line. 10 on the play clock, trying to get set up here is Ridge Hill. 2 receivers to the right. Bell behind Gillis in the pistol. Try to throw the flat there over Woolers. Turner has the ball in the flat there and be caught and tackled from the side. Big hit. But Osceola player slow to get up. Gibbs on the stop there, leading tackle for Osceola, and he is down for a moment here. We'll take a timeout while they go 10 to Gibbs on the far sideline here on Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live.
This Missouri 8-Man Football broadcast is brought to you by Finney Construction in Skidmore, Missouri. Finney Construction is your go-to place to buy, service, and install central, wood, propane, or natural gas boilers, as well as on-demand water heaters and radiant heating supplies. Give Matt Finney of Finney Construction a call today at 816-383-1385 or visit their website at sunriseheatingboilers.com.
As Gibbs able to walk off under his own power, but he is holding his right shoulder there for Osceola. Leading tackler for the Indians coming to the sideline. Not doing much movement with that right shoulder. As be 4th and goal from the 16-yard line for Ridge Hill. Play clock starts here. 5:51 to go in this first half. Again, 4th and goal from about the 16, 17-yard line. Call from the 16. 10 on the play clock. Receiver to each side. Bell behind Turner this time. Turner looking for the end zone. Incomplete. Looking for Klinsick. And I believe that's going to be a turnover on downs. No flags on the play. And it'll be Osceola ball.
That would be a turnover on downs.
Wait, now the refs are blowing their whistles dead here. We'll wait momentarily to see. And it will be a first down here for Osceola. The white hat is coming up to the 30-yard line, though. And they're going to say put 5:48 on the clock here. We're at 5:38 right now. 5:48 on the clock is what the white hat wants here to reset. And it'll be a 1st and 10 here for Osceola from their own 16-yard line. So the turnover on downs for Osceola does not come back and bite them. They actually gain about 5 yards of field position. I formation. Off the left side is Garver trying to get to the edge. Cuts it back up the field across the 20 to about the 23-yard line. Gain of about 6 or 7 on the play. Called a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down and about 3. I formation here again. Wooler's the fullback. Garver the tailback. Murray under center. 4-man front for Rich Hill. Woolers up the gut. Trucking forward near the 25. They're going to mark him about the 24.5. 3rd down and about 3 coming up here for Osceola. Had a 3rd and 3 last possession. And getting sacked for loss of 5. So let's see what they decide to do on this possession. 4:40 to go in this first half. 14-0 lead for Osceola. I formation. Pitch out to the outside to Garver. Garver trying to get to the edge. Following Woolard, but he's going to be tackled from behind and driven out of bounds across the 20 again to about the 23-yard line. Lost a yard on the play. This will bring up 4th down and 4. From the 23. Need to get up across the 25 to the 26 for a first. We'll call it a 4th and a long 3. As again, last possession, Rich Osceola went for it on 4th and 8 from their own 5-yard line, so I assume they'll go for it again here. But before we do, we go a timeout by Osceola. We'll take a timeout with them. 4:27 to go in the first half. Osceola 14, Rich Hill 0. Missouri 8-Man Football, Facebook Live.
This broadcast is sponsored by Townsend Tire Service, located at 25589 Maywood Road in Forest City. Townsend Tire Service is an on-site repair service for farm equipment, construction equipment, and semi-trucks and trailers. Contact Caleb Townsend at 660-491-1661 or send Caleb an email at townsendtire2024@yahoo.com for more information. Caleb Townsend has been in the tire business for 10 years. The Game of the Week is sponsored by Townsend Tire Service.
As we're back here, a couple of looks around the state here. Some conference championship races to keep an eye on for the GRC. Albany 5-0 in conference play. King City and Worth County both 4-1. But Worth County already lost to Albany. King City last night lost on the road to St. Joe Christian. King City still plays Worth County and Albany to end the year. So we'll see what happens there in those two games. But King City still has an outside chance to win conference. Worth County wanting to beat King City and have King City beat Albany in Week 9 for a chance at a share of a conference title. Albany went away from at least a share of the conference title. Here, Murray Avoids a couple of guys. Still going and loses the ball. Recovered by Rich Hill. It's Turner down about the 2-yard line. And it's a fumble by Murray. And Rich Hill returns it back to the 1. So first and goal here from the 1-yard line for Rich Hill. Again, last time took over at the 5. Ended up losing 12 yards and all on that drive back to the 17. Now trying to punch it in from 1 yard out with 4:15 to go in this first half. As Coach Crawford's team trying to get on the board for the first time of the year to this game. Averaging 29 points per game, scored 60 last week against Northland Christian. I formation. Handoff, right side. It's Turner. He is into the end zone for the Rich Hill touchdown. 14-6. Rich Hill cuts into the lead here. With 4:11 to go in this first half, Rich Hill makes it a one-score game. $4:11 to go in this first half. Ball going to be right here in the middle of the field. One receiver to the right, one to the left as Turner just scored the touchdown. Gillis rolling to the left here, looking for the end zone. It's going to be caught by Turner, in for the 2-point conversion. And now we have a ball game here, 14-8. Osceola over Rich Hill. We'll take a timeout when we come back. We got more action here with 4:11 to go in the first half on Missouri 8-Man Football, Facebook Live.
This broadcast is sponsored by the Split Flex Cornhead. Located in Oregon, the Split Flex is the latest evolution in groundbreaking combine corn heads. With Split Flex, you can improve efficiency by increasing productivity by saving time and fuel with fewer passes in the field. The Split Flex is also very easy to install and maintain. Contact Kevin Martz at 816-390-7840 or visit split-flex.com for more information. The game of the week is sponsored by Split Flex Cornhead.
As Rich Hill looks to kick off here, also in the Highway 275, Rockport 5-0 in conference play. Platte Valley and Nottoway Valley both 4-1. Nottoway Valley did beat Platte Valley earlier this year. Platte Valley will host Rockport in Week 9. Again, Rockport beat Nottoway Valley, so Platte Valley has a chance to make it a 3-way tie for a conference title there in the 275. Here, kickoff from Rich Hill is an onside kick attempt taken at midfield. Recovered by Osceola. Looks like number 20 on the recovery. Bryson Murray, the freshman. As there'll be first down and 10 here for Osceola. First and 10 from the 40. Down the Wemo, Archie 5-0 in conference play, and they are heavy favorites to go on here and to clinch that conference title. They have Liberal in Week 9 as their last conference game. Plattsburgh next week. So Archie, at least a share of the conference title and should win the conference title outright with a win in Week 9 against Liberal, who is currently 1-3 in conference play. Here, carry off the right side for Woolers, and he's going to have no gain on the play.
Number 22, Skylar Woolers on the run. That'll bring the Indians to 2nd and 10.
Second and 10 going for Osceola. In the Central River, the three divisions, in the I-70, Concordia and Wellington Napoleon, both 3-0 in divisional play there. And trying to see, I believe they play in Week 9. They do in Wellington. That's going to be for that division title there in Week 9 between Concordia and Wellington Napoleon. In the North Division, Schuyler County at 2-0 in divisional play. I need to look back at North Shelby and see what their record is in divisional play before we get too far into that one. Fumbled snap, taken by Murray. He'll be dropped immediately. Turner, one of the first men there for Rich Hill. Osceola's offense sputtering here a little bit.
Football nearly fumbled, picked up by number 30, Will Murray. That'll bring up third down for the Indians.
As North Shelby should be 1-1 in divisional play, so they still got a chance there in divisional play. Paris 2-1 divisional play to lose to North Shelby. North Shelby down a bunch of guys due to injury, have been kind of a show of themselves the last couple of weeks. Four-man front for Rich Hill. And another fumbled snap. This time recovered by Murray again. Loss of 2 back to the 38. Going to bring up 4th and 12 for Osceola near midfield. 2.5 to go in this first half as Osceola having some issues with the snap. And they might going to punt this time, though. Garver coming in to punt. This time for Osceola. Murray stays on the sideline. After a couple of turnovers on downs for Osceola back in their own territory, now they're going to punt from near midfield. After a disjointed drive, to say the least. Murray coming back in here to be a personal protector for Osceola. 4 in the play clock. Down to 3. Down to 2. 1. Do get the snap off. Murray. Sorry, this is Garver with a punt. Inside the 20. Bounce out of bounds near the 13-yard line. Nice punt by Garver. Pins Rich Hill back with 1:50 to go in the first half here on Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live. So North Division right now, Schuyler 2-0 in divisional play. Paris 2-1. Knox 1-2. And North Shelby 1-1. North Shelby plays Schuyler this week, and then Paris still has to play Schuyler in week 9. So still lots to be decided there. In the South Division, it comes down the next week. Norborn Hardin Central and Bramer both undefeated in divisional play. Big games next week in Hardin Central, as that probably decides that divisional title. Hughesville, who lost to Bramer, is 1-1, has a chance to make some noise. They play the Aggies in week 9. Here, Turner run off the left side, and he'll be stuffed for a short gain. Gibbs back in the game for Osceola on the stop, along with Caden Brewer there for Osceola. I believe that was number 3. It was. $1:20 to go in this first half. Second down and about 8 coming up here for Rich Hill. One receiver to the right. Turner in the pistol. Turner looking to pass, and he's going to ball it out. It's fumbled. Still loose, and recovered by Rich Hill. And Rich Hill, I believe, has it. Turner, Fletcher on the sack, thought he had the recovery. Ball squirted out there, and Rich Hill recovers. Avoids disaster for Rich Hill with 50 seconds to go in this first half. Would have been a 1st and goal inside the 10 for Osceola. So ball back at the 7-yard line. Only 10 on the play clock here. Down to 8 when they break the huddle. 3rd down and long for Rich Hill. 2 receivers to right. Looks like Gillis back at quarterback, and a flag comes down. Looks like a delay game against Rich Hill. Late getting that play call in. They're going to call a false start here. The guys weren't quite set when the play came in there, so kind of a rush process there at the end. So, 3rd down and forever for Rich Hill. From inside their own 5-yard line, about the 3.5. Back to pass, looking deep and incomplete. And maybe miscommunication there. A flag does come down because there's no real receiver in the area. Turner and Klinsick were on that side, but no one was past 2 yards past the line of scrimmage, as it looks like he just chucked it downfield. Was he in the end zone when he threw it, is the question. If he is, it's a safety. Intentional grounding against Rich Hill. That is a safety. 2 points for Osceola there. And they get the ball here with about 14 seconds to go in the first half. Rich Hill has to punt it away. Coach Crawford wanted an explanation on the far side for Rich Hill. He's going to say it was just a miscommunication and not an intentional grounding. But that's the call right now. And we're going to take a timeout and be able to kick off next here on Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live.
Attention welders and assemblers. Ever dream of a job so good it feels like it's from the future? Well, time travel to Altech Industries, where your future is now. Altech offers a shift differential, more bucks for your brilliant skills, along with futuristic benefits like top-notch medical and dental insurance, 3 weeks of paid vacation, tuition reimbursement, and an on-site health clinic. Don't get stuck in the past. Leap forward with Altech. Visit jobs.altech.com. That's jobs.altech.com to apply.
Rich Hill now to punt away here to Osceola. We're almost to halftime. It's 16-8. Osceola leads here late second quarter. Only 14 seconds left to go in the half. And Rich Hill has to kick off from their own 15-yard line after the safety. As Chance Garwood to kick off here for Rich Hill. Again, only 14 seconds to go in the half. I would assume he tries to get deep. I know Garver is back there for Osceola. He's a dangerous return man. They're going to kick it to the right side off the defender and recovered by Rich Hill off the face mask for Osceola and recovered by number 22, Bryant Wolford. And that's going to be Rich Hill ball with 13 seconds to go in the first half at their own 36 with a chance to try to score, maybe tie this game up before halftime with 13 seconds left. And Rich Hill getting the play call in. Like Gillis can be at quarterback here. Rich Hill trying to throw the ball. 15 on the play clock. Down to 10 on the play clock. Rich Hill still hasn't broken the huddle yet. Down to 8. Need to hurry here. 5 seconds on the play clock. 4, 3, 2, 1. Just barely get the snap off. It's rolled back to Gillis, and he'll be sacked by Rylan Gibbs. And it's going to end the first half there. Ball back to the 31. And that will do it for the first half. As we are at halftime, Osceola up 16-8. We're just going to stop the broadcast here at halftime and turn this to 2 different broadcasts here, a first half and second half. So a timeout here. We'll be back in roughly 20 minutes for these 20-minute half times. So around 7:25, we will be back for the second half on Missouri 8-Man Football Facebook Live.